On October 5th, 2019, around 12 o'clock p.m., I took a journey to LACMA, Los Angeles County Museum of Art. Amongst many of these rooms, I only found one painting that grabbed my attention. It was called The Blow Top Blues, The Fire Next Time. The structures were closed, and there weren't very many paintings to choose from. However, when I passed by this one, it caught my eye for various reasons. One of them was the color. It took me a while to realize that there was a woman on the right-hand lower side of the painting. I did not notice that until the end. I try to refrain from reading the description so that I can take everything in with an objective point of view. Besides being intrigued by the colors, I was intrigued by the fire. I was really curious to understand what it represented. It stated that the Blow Top Blues, The Fire Next Time, was made in 1998. It was a lithograph and hand-painted collage on paper, courtesy of the Artists and Roberts Project of Los Angeles. Aunt Jemima's fixed stare and rigid grin in this work refer to the song Blow Top Blues by Leonard Feather, popularized in the 1940s, which tells the story of a woman who's going mad. The subtitle, The Fire Next Time, is taken from James Baldwin's 1963 book of that title, which addresses the role of race in American history and the connections between race and religion. Baldwin in turn took his title from the words of the antebellum Negro spiritual, Mary, Don't You Weep. Aunt Jemima is a name, a household name at that we can easily recognize. And it was really interesting to see that outside of syrup and the common story that we know of Aunt Jemima, it was really interesting to see that this flame and the fire and the music and the soul and history and the connections between race and religion were tied into this painting. When you take a look closer at Betty Sayre's painting, you see the word liberation. And per Paddle 8, an artistic journal, they stated that Aunt Jemima is armed with a bandana inscribed liberation, from which shoots out profusion of fearsome flames. Fire is a reoccurring sign of the occult that the artist often combines with contemporary imagery to suggest her exploration of cross-cultural pasts couched in the present. Betty Sayre stated, I had a lot of hesitation about using powerful negative images such as these, thinking about how white people saw black people and how that influenced the ways in which black people saw each other. It was interesting that she took this icon, this woman that was basically used as a stereotype of what women should be, what black women should be, and that would be in the kitchen and making and cooking and baking and doing all of these things for others, serving others. And she took this image and she liberated her. She made her powerful and strong and basically took that stereotype and turned it into art and turned it into power. So she was taking the pain of her people and finding an artistic way to turn that pain into power. And that's what this image does for me. I see power, a woman on fire, liberated and free, shedding layers, burning layers off of herself. It's extremely beautiful. And I'm in complete awe of the story. And to end this with a quote that was journaled by Alexa Gothenhart, by the artist herself. The reason I created her was to combat bigotry and racism, and today she still serves as my warrior against those ills of our society. Her call to action remains searingly relevant in today's world.